Welcome to Burlesk Custom Guitars. Guitars have been my passion for my entire life. Handcrafted by my hands to be played by yours. Each one I create is like no other. My name is James. Come along with me on this musical journey.
Hey James, it's Friday. I have a question. What's your favorite part about doing a custom scratch built guitar for your client?
Well, James, let me answer you. It's putting my logo on the headstock because that's satisfying. Very, very satisfying.
And of course the Canadian flag and the big giant B. Little airbrushing going on at the Burlesk Custom Shop today. Happy Friday and have a great weekend, my fellow Burleskians. Are you making it a great day? Because I am. All in the name of tone. Bye-bye for you.
Mm, 1973 Gibson SG with factory Gibson Big B.
This little lady is in for a full set of new controls.
As these are the originals and have seen their better days.
Check that out. Gibson stand. Very cool. And then we have to do a full fret dress and edges. And then on to the good stuff. They fill on burlesquicizing. No SG or any guitar for that matter is of its worth unless it's been burlesquicized. You know it. I know it. Canadian people know it. All in the name of tone, my fellow burlesquians. All in the name of tone. Make it a great day. I'm gonna. So I'm just about to work on this Gibson SG 1973, and I am going to remove all of these controls and replace them all. They're not working properly, and it's been all rewired, I think, by the looks, very poorly, and it's a mess. Everything seems to be backwards. Very strange, very, very unique. Soon it will be fixed. Fresh as a daisy. New input jack, new tone pots with orange drop caps, new volume pots, and a new silk switch. Working beautifully. Happy Wednesday, fellow babies. Just getting a quick burlesque sizing in on my good friend Lou Fiorito's 2000 Gibson Les Paul Classic. Put some new caps in there for him. Cleaned everything up. Got a new set of Wilkinson 18-1 speed loader tuners and plugged all the holes. And now I'm going to take care of these frets and give this bad girl a setup. Nice guitar. Very happy to do Lou's work. I've been doing it for years. He's a great customer, client, and friend. And usually the neighbors have to listen to us for 3 hours chatting, but we don't mind. Good stories. We solve the world's problems. Make it a great day, fellow babies. All in the name of tone.
So you put flux on there?
Nope, that's solder. And what that does is, see how I've got a bead of solder all the way across? That's evenly heating up the fret. So it's evenly heating up the glue underneath. And then I take my little edge snips and slowly go along. Pull the fret out. Now all of this, see all of this stuff here? That's all got to be cleaned up, slotted, grooved, and angled. All of this stuff has to come off before I refret. And I have seen some not be taken off before refretting has been done.
It wouldn't seam properly.
Exactly. So you really got to be diligent cleaning up after this. You have to reslot, and then you actually put a groove in and take all of this stuff off. In some cases, if it's really bad, I will take all the finish off of the front of the neck, refret, and then respray the front of the neck. But Josh has asked me not to on this particular guitar because he really likes the finish on it.
Okay.
It's an old Japanese Strat neck. It's absolutely gorgeous, so we are going to restore it. And he's got this really nice, I think it's an MJT body that he got from the factory. We're going to reroute the pocket a bit because the neck's sitting a little high in the pocket. So we're going to fix that too. Get it a bit lower for him because he's got his bridge is just maxed out.
Oh, I see.
They had a problem in production with these for a couple of years, and there's a few not complaints, but references to it online that the pocket is about almost 1/8 of an inch, not deep enough. So I will be doing that as well. But yeah, this is how I remove frets, and a lot of guys do as well. It's a much more efficient way of doing it, and it's an even heating way of doing it, as opposed to just holding a soldering iron over the frets and pulling them out, as my wife and I have seen at a trade show
Oh
once.
my heavens. Never in my life did I want to grab a guitar and save it. Demise and destruction right before my eyes.
It was a Rickenbacker bass.
It was a beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Anyway, some of them go down.
He was just using, it was really strange. He was just using a soldering iron, a squeezing soldering iron, and going along and heating them up in the spots, but everywhere he was heating them up was leaving a burn mark on the...
Yeah.
It was horrible. And everybody around was like looking at the guy going, hey, stop, please.
Please stop.
You're
destroying
killing us.
that guitar.
So, I'm not sure if he forgot his solder that day or...
Well, it wasn't even that. It was because it was unevenly heated up along the fret. When he pulled it out, it ripped up all the...
Oh, it was ripping everything up underneath, yeah.
all of the veneer as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not a really nice... yeah, if you don't get this fret heated up properly, you're going to yank a bunch of this stuff out.
Exactly.
Another thing, too, a lot of people don't know, but in the 70s, a lot of fender necks had or not in the 70s, but up until, I can't remember, I'm gonna have to find a date, and I'll get Lori to put a note up, but Fender actually used to push their frets in from the side, and they had a T-bar shape on them, as opposed to, I'll show you on here. See, these are, ooh, that's the last one I did. That was pretty warm. So these are the little V's here. They're called tangs, and that's what holds it in place. Those little grooves, once they get below the wood, they kind of settle in with the glue you use and hold it into place. But on the Fender ones, they actually had a T, so there was a T little bar going across here.
I'm not sure if I'm in focus.
Oh, sorry. So if you imagine a piece of T-bar, right, like you'd see in a building,
Yeah.
and they had a machine that pushed the fret in from side to side.
Oh.
So if you got one of those necks and you're trying to pull them out this way, you're going to make one hell of a mess.
I see.
You've got to remove them. You got to push them out, and that's not a fun job.
No.
You'll notice that on guitars, if you look, most of them are rosewood fretboards, and the neck is actually, they called it the veneered neck, and the fretboard is really thin on them. Like it's crazy how skinny the fretboards are. So you got to be very careful and know what to recognize as well.
Right.
Oh, here come the boys. What's going on down here? Julio's come to inspect. Now, if you notice, while I'm doing this, you can see smoke coming up. It's actually the glue underneath heating up and burning off, and that's why we get this discoloration as well.
Okay.
On the fretboard, because it's heating everything up. When Fender makes their necks, usually, yeah, this one's a tough one. They will spray the frets after. Yeah, these are really low. You weren't kidding, Josh. They'll spray the frets after, and then scrape the finish off.
So yeah, so you have that to get through as well.
Yeah, it seats them really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a tough one. Really tough one.
Okay, well, I'll get a camera to your face.
No, it's okay. It's coming. But you got to be very careful and make sure you get everything. You see how it just popped out?
Yeah.
It didn't make a big mess, but see, I got to clean all that up.
Yeah.
And what's happening too is, I don't know if you can notice it, but the glue is actually, it heats up and then it hardens again.
Yes.
So you got to go in and get all of that out, and that is imperative to a fret job. You can see that it's all you can see that dark in all of these. That's the glue, that's hide glue, reheated, and now it's hardened again. So now I got to go in and clean all of that out. And you wonder why fret dresses are long, or pardon me, expensive. This is going to take me about 12 hours to do.
Yeah. 12 hours. Well, you can just ask someone how much they make an hour, I guess.
Well, that's... So as you can see, prep the neck. Slots are nice and clean. Frets came out quite nicely. Cleaned it all up. Happy Tuesday, fellow babies. No, this is not the latest in technology from Puma, and your headstock will not get athlete's foot. This is what you get when you do preparation, clean slots for a refresh, and they'll go in just like that. Stainless steel 6150s from my good bud Josh Saucy McBevel on his Japanese Strat neck. I'll show you the finished product when we're all done, but I just wanted you to see the painstaking endeavors that I go through here at Burlesk for my good clients. It takes a long time to do this, and it's one of my favorite jobs to do. Make it a great day, fellow babies. All in the name of tone. Oh, wee wee! Stainless steel fret on the fender net waist, polished out by yours truly. Yes. I just finished taking off the finish off the top of the fret, as you see. You see that? There's still some of the jet there. But now it is time. Bye-bye for you. On to the neck pocket. Happy Friday, fellow babies. I'm finished. Josh Babbles Strat. New frets. Jumbo stainless steel. Fresh new bone nut. Custom made for this particular guitar. Refinish the neck. Just the face, just to match the sides. Not a bad blend job, if I do say so myself. You can see the line right there. You look very hard. And then, of course, it was burlesquicized and given a once-over. Turned out fantastic. Thanks for your trust and confidence in Burlesk Guitars, Josh. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend. And, yeah, here we go. It's always loved. All in the name of town. Bye-bye for you.